Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Nick Cannon shares how he learned about late son's cancer diagnosis and explains why he and Alyssa Scott decided against chemotherapy. It was all about quality of life. Multi-talented entertainer Nick Cannon is opening up about the death of his infant son. During a recent interview, the 42-year-old media personality revealed the details of finding out about his late son Zen's cancer diagnosis. Additionally, Nick Cannon explained why he and his child's mother, Alyssa Scott, opted not to treat their son with chemotherapy. According to Cannon, baby Zen was happy and healthy for the first 2 months of his life. The new parents noticed inconsistencies in the child's breathing, however, prompting them to have this situation checked out. Cannon stated, "He was healthy, active, always smiling. Being a father of multiple kids, it's always the biggest guilt on me, is that I don't get to spend enough time with all of my children. One, because I'm constantly working, and two, because I'm just spread thin." In addition to breathing concerns, the Masked Singer host said he and Scott did consider Zen's head size. Joking, he stated. "We also noticed his head was a little larger, but all my kids have big heads. I was a big-headed baby." Cannon went on to explain that while he considered baby Zen might just be suffering from asthma, things turned serious after a hospital visit. He continued, "They did a lot of tests. They didn't let him leave the hospital. You can imagine, you think you're taking your son in to get a checkup for, at the worst, I was thinking asthma, you know? And to know that he gets diagnosed with brain cancer, that was a shock." Subsequent to the cancer diagnosis, Cannon said he asked doctors to be extremely candid with him. Reportedly, medical professionals explained that Zen was suffering from high-grade glioma, a rare and aggressive form of brain cancer. Cannon shared he and Scott immediately took action. The parents reportedly authorized a procedure that used a shunt to drain fluid from Zen's head, in an effort to stop the rapid growth. Speaking on that decision, Cannon stated, "When we first went to the hospital just to decrease his head from rapidly continuing to grow, there were a couple of procedures we were all for. That shunt to me made logical sense. There was less pain on him and the procedure was quick. It was all about quality of life." However, the Wild 'N Out creator noted that Zen was given the chance of only living until about 3 or 4. Upon learning about this, Cannon stated, "When I heard that, I thought quality of life. I wanted him to have the best existence he could have." When it came to that decision not to have Zen undergo chemo, Cannon expressed that he and Scott couldn't imagine putting his child to the grueling process. Doctors informed the parents that chemo wouldn't prolong the baby's life or suppress his suffering. Cannon stated on that decision, "Seeing your son hooked up to all of those machines, and he had to go for a shunt 2 or 3 times, and that was heartbreaking every time. Even in that short amount of time, I couldn't imagine him having to go through chemo." In the end, Cannon and Scott decided to have Zen transition in the comfort of his home and spend his last days with the parents that loved him most. Cannon also gave major props to Scott, who he praised for handling most things on her own while Zen was ill. He stated, "I definitely couldn't have done it without her. And the fact that she was the one from every aspect, she handled it. Luckily, we did everything from the sunrise, going to the beach, the sunset, said some beautiful prayers as a family, and really came together as a family in a very beautiful way. I'm grateful for that, but it was definitely tough." Do you resonate with Nick and Alyssa's reasoning for rejecting chemo for their son? Give us your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.